The 1998 film Blade, in my opinion, is a very good superhero film at a time where superhero movies were not that great. This is a pretty awesome film. It has great action and it is well directed. This is a very interesting movie to say the least because, like I said before, at the time, you didn't have many great superhero films. You had the horrible Batman Robin, Steel, and of course Batman Forever throughout the mid to late 90s. But when Blade came out back then, it changed the game because it was the first superhero film to be led by a black actor. Because it was real interesting at the time when Marvel films weren't all that common back then. But nonetheless, this is a great film. Wesley Snipes just does a phenomenal job playing the character, especially the opening scene in the club that he's in. He doesn't even say like one word in that scene alone. He just shows up and kicks ass. And when I first saw this movie, I kind of knew he was the man to play this part. Now, everybody else is good in this film. You have an interesting villain in Draco Frost, a vampire who sees himself above humans. He thinks humans are below him and they're a waste of his time. So he has a plot to try to get rid of them in order to become this all-powerful being so he could try to eradicate the human race. This film has its minor downfalls. There's some parts of the film I like, but at the end of the day, I enjoyed this film very well. There are other characters in this movie as well, such as Wesker, Blade's mentor, and the guy who also provides some weapons, as well as Dr. Karen Jensen, a a woman who gets caught up in the midst of all this craziness and she gets bitten by vampires to basically stay by Blade so she can stay safe. Well, she's the woman in distress in the film. But other than that, I don't have too many problems with this movie. Sure, there's a few plot holes here. And this is definitely not the best film that ever came out in 1990s in terms of superhero films, but it's a nice addition considering what we had gotten beforehand. And Wesley Snipes just knocks it out the park in his role of Blade. I really felt like he was made to play this role, and he gives a stellar performance here. Hats off to everybody who worked on this film. They did a good job, and even though this film's over 20 years old now, it's still a good film to watch every now and then. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give this film an 8. Now, initially, I was going to lower this score down. For this movie come out the time that it did, it was better than anything else that came out in terms of superhero movies. And I generally didn't have too many issues with this film. Sure, there are plot holes that I found here and there, but the performances of several of the cast members in this film, the action scenes were amazing to look at, especially the final battle between Blade and Frost, as well as the charisma that Wesley Snipes just brought to his role here. This film was made to be rated R, and it shows in several parts in this film. And I always say that this is definitely a central role for Wesley Snipes at the time. A guy known for doing action movies all throughout his career. And that's my review of Blade. Leave a comment section below. Let me know what you think about this film over 20 years later. How would you rate this to other black-led superhero films? And also, what do you think about the new Blade that was recently announced at Comic-Con? Personally, I'm looking forward to that movie, but for the time being, as far as this movie is concerned, it has a special place in history. It came out during a time when superhero films were terrible, and it revigorated a much needed superhero film that people could rely on. Chris may not like this movie as much, but everyone I talked to over the years enjoyed this movie. Alright, up next is my review of Blade 2. And I think that film, while some people might not like that movie, I still think it's pretty good. Okay, this is Slim God 172 saying, peace out.